Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the webinar on the Masters of Engineering course-based program at the Schulich School of Engineering at the University of Calgary, located in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We're so excited that you could join us this morning. My name is Allison Barrett. I work on the recruitment team at the Schulich School of Engineering, and I am joined by some of our other folks within Schulich and the University of Calgary. We have Dr. Jeffrey Priest joining us. He's the Assistant Dean of MEng. We have Calvin Lack with us from the Faculty of Graduate Studies. We have Srikanth Nair from our MEng office and Sarush from our MEng program. He's a current student here. So before we get started, I would just like to get us started in a good way. So we would like to acknowledge the traditional territories of the people of the Treaty 7 region in southern Alberta. This includes the Blackfoot Confederacy, comprised of the Siksika, Piikani, and the Kainai First Nations, as well as the Tsuut'ina First Nation and the Stoney Nakoda, which includes the Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Wesley First Nations. The city of Calgary is also home to Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3.
This is my little introduction. So welcome, everybody. Is that okay, Alison?
Yes.
Okay, welcome, everybody. My name's Jeffrey Priest. I'm the Assistant Dean of the MEng program. So I get to see the MEng program to look at our program, look at the courses that we offer, look at how we teach, look at the student experience and success. So it's great for me to stand here and to sit here and welcome you to this seminar where we're going to give you a bit more information. For me, I'm actually a UK person. Originally, I emigrated to Canada in 2013. So I know what an amazing place Calgary is to come to and to start living in. It's a wonderful place full of exciting things to do. And certainly our university's got a lot of excitement waiting for you when you come here. My research is in civil engineering, and that's one of the programs that we support as well in our MEng. So lots of opportunities, whether you'll be a civil engineer, mechanical or electrical, software, chemical and petroleum, mechanical engineering in pipelines or whatever. Lots of opportunities for you to study, to get advanced skills for you to prepare your future career. And I'll hand back to Alison now, but welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Dr. Priest. So, as I mentioned, we are located in the beautiful city of Calgary, which is located just a short distance from the Rocky Mountains and Banff National Park. For those of you who don't know, Calgary was voted the 5th most livable city in the world. We have a population of about 1.4 million people. And on average, we have 333 sunny days a year. It's a very beautiful place that we're fortunate to currently call home, and a beautiful, vibrant city, great for your post-secondary studies. A little bit more about our university at the University of Calgary. We were founded in 1966, and there's a total of 5 campuses. So the MEng program is on the main campus. We have a downtown campus, Foothills, which is one of the hospitals here, Spy Hill, and we actually have a campus in Qatar. We have 14 faculties with over 250 programs. We currently have 33,000 students, 26,000 of those undergrad and 6,000 plus graduate students. And the University of Calgary ranks amongst the world's top 200 universities. I do have a short video to share. As you can see, we have a very vibrant campus at the University of Calgary. So I will pass it over to Srikanth, who will talk a little bit more about our MEng program here at the university.
Thank you, Ali. And once again, welcome all of you to the session. And my name is Srikanth. I work in the MEng office as a graduate program advisor, where we handle the student, where we take care of the students in terms of from the point of view of being admitted as a student towards your graduation. So the entire academic progression that you have, MEng office would be your point of contact. And I'll give you a quick overview on the MEng program as such. So completing an MEng program at the Schulich School of Engineering will help you to stand out in a competitive job market. And that's a key aspect here. And it will take your career to exciting new heights. So Schulich graduates becomes inventors, entrepreneurs, and engineering leaders. And we're proud to say that our graduates are also enjoy some of the highest rate of employment in both national and international settings. And to be more precise about the program, this program is often completed in 2 years of full-time study. And yes, part-time options are available. So this is a course-based program where you do not need a supervisor to begin with to complete your MEng program. You have to complete 10 courses, and then that takes care of your MEng program. So when you say you do not have a supervisor, basically means that once you complete your program as per the academic requirements, you are done with your program, and there is no thesis component or a research component involved in this specific course-based program. And this program, as I've told you earlier, often requires completion of 10 courses or subjects, as we call it, over 2 years. And normally, spring and summer terms are scheduled break for the MEng students. And this is the time that you take to take a break from your studies, you travel, you work, you can do whatever you want during that time. So this could be the entire journey for you as a student over the 2 years. So you essentially take MEng classes during your fall and the winter terms. Ali, can we move to the next slide, please? Yeah, thank you. So I'll also walk you through the aspects regarding what are the programs offered in University of Calgary. So we have multiple MEng programs offered. So I'll quickly run through all of them, and I'll give you slight details about each and every program, what exactly they focus on, what could be the probable industries that you'll end up working if you take a corresponding program. So as you could see on the slide here, we have Chemical and Petroleum Engineering MEng program, Civil Engineering, Environmental Engineering, Electrical and Computer Engineering, Geomatics, and Mechanical. And few programs in this list also have a specialization that I would be talking about in the next slide. So before we move on to that, I'll quickly give you an insight on the different MEng programs and what exactly it looks like for you as a student. So let us start with Chemical and Petroleum Engineering. So if this is a MEng program that you'll be choosing, you'll be focusing your career in a specific area or expand your opportunity across the sectors like energy and petrochemicals, pharmaceuticals, food products, metals, fertilizers, synthetic materials, oil and gas, etc. And if you are interested in a civil engineering MEng program, as we know, the demand for the civil engineers is growing exponentially. And with this MEng program, you will gain advanced scientific knowledge that would prepare you to work in industries like construction, project management, public works, transportation, water resources, technical services, etc. And the third MEng program that we offer is environmental engineering. And this program will give you an advanced level of knowledge that sets you apart from the pack and will prepare you to work in environmental sustainability, waste management, water and air quality, natural resource management, energy sector, etc. And if your interest lies in electrical and computer engineering, for example, in that specific MEng program, depending on where exactly is your focus, you could work as an electrical engineer who specify, design, construct, analyze, and test electronic components and systems. That is one focal area. Or you may work as a computer engineer where you design, implement, evaluate, maintain, and test computer systems and equipment. Or you can work as a software engineer who can probably develop software and build systems and applications. And if you look at the geomatics engineering, the need for geomatics engineers are very high, as we know, and right from the consumer grade technologies that we use to spatial location, like for example, say Roomba or Uber, to high-tech industries like precision agriculture, it's essential to everybody, right? So you can probably take your career to a next level by gaining engineering knowledge that will prepare you to work in areas like geospatial data science, mapping and positioning and navigation, autonomous systems, satellite Earth observation systems, digital imaging, and environmental monitoring systems, or probably, Internet of IoT or Internet of Things, as we call it. So this could be the probable domains that you can positively look forward if you pursue a geomatics engineering. And lastly, we have mechanical engineering, where you look at developing advanced knowledge in innovative engineering technology to solve real-world problems. So after successful completion of this program, you'll find yourself in industries such as robotics and autonomous systems, renewable energy, aerospace, or biotechnology, or advanced manufacturing, or maybe nanotechnology, etc. This could be the broad aspects regarding the MEng's programs that is offered in University of Calgary, and this could be the various career trajectory that you may have when you pick a corresponding MEng's program. And now we'll move on to the next slide, where I can quickly touch upon what are the specializations offered under each and every program. So as you could see here, we have chemical and petroleum engineering, where we have chemical engineering, petroleum engineering, energy and environment as specializations offered. Whereas for civil engineering, we have project management. Environmental engineering and geomatics do not have a specialization, whereas we have electrical and computer engineering has a software engineering specialization, and mechanical has an energy and environment and pipeline engineering specialization. So these are the entire product offerings that we have in terms of the MEng's programs in University of Calgary. And if you're interested to pick a program that is just a standalone program or with a specialization, that is exactly where your interest lies. So you can either do, for example, a civil engineering without a specialization, for example, or you can choose to have a project management specialization added to your civil engineering MEng. So that depends on what exactly your specific interest and where exactly you are seeing yourself in few years down the line. And I think with this, my component of the MEng's program orientation is over, and I would pass on the floor to Ali. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Shrikant. So now I'm going to take everyone through what makes the Schulich School of Engineering so unique and such a great place to come learn. We call this the Schulich Engineering Edge. So first and foremost, I would like to highlight our engineering expertise in our makerspace. So we have a very high-end maker multiplex available to all students in our program, absolutely free of charge. We have a great technical team available to provide training on any of the equipment we have available, from high-end 3D printers. We have a fully functional sound recording studio, so students can come in, and if you're very interested in music, you can come and record some music. We have industrial tools, including woodworking and mechanical metal tools. We have a paint booth that many of our vehicle teams use to decorate their cars. We have an art and textiles room for those of you who might be interested in how you can weave art into engineering. We have a design headquarters where you can tinker around with our soldering, 3D printers, etc. And we just opened an esports lab, so we're really excited to kind of offer our students some hands-on technical skills in addition to the engineering theories that you will be learning in your classrooms. It's a really great way to really get more from your engineering education here at Schulich. Next, we have Zeta. So Zeta is our digital design lab where we host workshops and hackathons. We have a virtual reality lab with virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality equipment. We have collaborated with some industry sponsors who have provided us with the equipment for this space, and they are working with us to develop workshops on really how we can use these technologies within our engineering education. We have an Internet of Things lab to explore sensor and software development and gather data. We have really high-end computer processors where students can practice, hacking our systems without worrying about shutting down the university. It's a really great way, like I said, to kind of gain these really hands-on technical skills in a fun environment to supplement your education. At Schulich, we also have a very large focus on wellness, mental health, and resiliency of our students. If you come to our campus, you'll notice that we have ping pong tables, shuffleboard, pinball machines. We call this our decompression zone, where students can, get to meet one another and kind of decompress in between classes. We also offer workshops on healthy ways to handle stress and build resiliency. During peak times of the year, we'll bring in pet therapy. That's usually very popular. We have exercise bike desks located all throughout the building, so students can get a bit of a workout in while they're doing their studies. And then we also offer free yoga and meditation a few times a week. I'm going to turn it over to Calvin Lack from our Faculty of Graduate Studies, who can share a little bit more about what your graduate studies could look like at the University of Calgary in general.
Great, thank you, Ali. So my name is Cal. I work at the Faculty of Graduate Studies as one of the graduate recruitment coordinators. I'm very happy to be here today and for you to join us and learning a little bit more about UCalgary and the MEng program. So next slide. So when you apply to a program at the University of Calgary, it's all done online. It's a very simple process. You can log into the system to create an EID. This essentially allows you to log into the application portal. Within the application portal, you can select that you're interested in whatever MEng program you like. And then you'll go through the questions, you'll submit your applications, and within about 24 hours, you receive email confirmation with your student ID number. Now, some programs might require some references, additional documentations. If MEng program requires that, which I don't think they do, there'll be instructions on uploading supporting documents. What you might want to what you will have to do is upload your unofficial transcripts for the program to evaluate. And instructions will be in that email. Next slide, please. So at the University of Calgary and the Faculty of Graduate Studies, we're here to support students from the time they're a prospective student, during their studies, and all the way to graduation. And part of that is through our My Grad Skills program. So this is a free resource to all our graduate students. We work with a lot of university partners who have a great wealth of knowledge, and they put on a lot of free workshops to help students become experts, leaders, innovators, and communicators in their field. So these workshops range from communication skills, network, resume building, how to write a CV, reduce anxiety. So these programs are all free, and we really encourage students to take advantage of them to really build their skill set. Next slide, please. One of the really unique programs at the University of Calgary, and something that we're very proud of, is our internship program, which we call the Transformative Talent Internship, which is TTI. The first slide mentions, or the first point mentions, some programs offer specific awards to teaching opportunities. I think the MEng program can talk if they can speak about if they offer any specific awards to teaching opportunities. But at the Faculty of Graduate Studies, we offer something called the Transformative Talent Internship Program. And this is an internship program open to all students, domestic and international. If you're a master's student and MEng student, it's open to you as well. Normally, you would do it in your second year. And the great thing about this internship, it's a skills-based internship opportunity. So you can do an internship program that's not really related to maybe your research or your field of work. For example, we had an MEng student who is doing a chemical and petroleum engineering program who interned at a brewery company working on their processes. This is a great opportunity for students to sort of get that work experience, the knowledge, make some great key contacts. And some of the students who have interned at these companies have been hired by the companies that they intern at. So what a great way to sort of build a life in Calgary and in Canada through this internship program. this internship program is recognized and supported by the Faculty of Graduate Studies, and a lot of employers now require students to intern or do some co-op internships at their companies. The great thing about the TTI program is that we reimburse students for the tuition, the course fee associated with this. Once students complete this program, they're also offered a $500 bonus. A lot of times when you're interning at a company, it's a paid internship. So the company will be paying you a little wage to work there, get that work experience. And it can be part of your program, and this internship gets reflected on your transcript as well. And we have sort of these self-paced professional development and reflection courses to support your growth and skill development during this internship program. So very unique to the University of Calgary, very special to us and for our students that we can offer this internship to our students. Next slide, please. So a lot of times we get questions about fees. The most current fees information will be found on our calendar. If you're unsure of where to look, you can contact one of Ali, myself, or Sakrith, and we'll be able to point you to where the MEng fees are located. Next slide, please. So one thing about being a graduate student is you focus on your studies, but the other side is sort of being social and getting the most out of your student experience. We want students to get involved in the community, to experience all that the university has to offer. We want you to socialize, network, and have fun at the university, because we are a very fun university as well. And different ways that you can get involved is through the Graduate Student Association. We have a great outdoor center. So Dr. Priest has a beautiful picture of mountains in the background. Our outdoor center, you can actually go there, rent equipment, and take that equipment to the park, to the mountains if you wanted to go hiking, camping. And the outdoor center is on campus, so getting equipment and returning it is very convenient. We also have a last defense lounge where students can go, relax, meet up with friends, talk about their research, talk about what they're doing for the weekend, over some drinks and some great food. We have an international student service center that's very involved. What they do is they bring a lot of international students together. They have a lot of great events. They'll take them out to movies. They'll take them shopping. They'll take them bowling. If you have family and if you're coming here with children, they'll have Halloween parties, Christmas parties. So what a great way to meet people, to experience the culture of Canada, and just kind of share in the happiness of being a graduate student. Also active living as well. As part of a student here, you get access to the gym. So if you wanted to exercise, if you wanted to go swimming, play sports, it's part of your student fees as a full-time student. We really encourage students to try to get involved, to see what else is there outside of the classroom, because once you experience that really makes your whole graduate experience wonderful. Next slide, please. And through the GSA, or Graduate Student Association, they offer a lot of events as well. So as a graduate student, you're part of this association. They'll have different holiday events. They'll have trivia night. They'll have Christmas events. Sometimes they'll have trips out to to the mall. They'll sell tickets to the zoo, to the museum. So lots of different fun things to do at the University of Calgary and ways to get involved. So yeah, next slide, please. And one thing that we're very proud of is our Unibuddy program. We know that prospective students love hearing about a current graduate student's experience. They want to understand what a student has gone through. So one way we do that is through our Unibuddy program. This is an opportunity for our prospective students like yourselves to connect with a current student. It can be based on a program that you're interested in. So we have 5 MEng students from different disciplines, and we have 16 Unibuddy ambassadors from all over the world. So if you wanted to connect with someone from your own country because they've gone through that immigration process, preparing to move, and you have some questions about that, our Unibuddy ambassadors are a great resource. We've had so many positive comments from prospective students being able to connect and learning about what's it really like being a student, and not hearing it from maybe a recruiter, but hearing it real firsthand from a student. We'll put the link in the chat later on, so you can go and chat with our MEng ambassadors. We have one here today as well in Schulich. Next slide, please. Okay, and then I think now we have one of our Unibuddy ambassadors, Schulich. If you wanted to connect with him as well after the webinar, we'll put the link in the chat and you can connect with Schulich or any other Unibuddy ambassadors that you like.
Hello, everyone. My name is Schulich. Can we go to the next slide, please? Hi, my name is Schulich, and I'm a current MEng student in my second year of studies. I finished my studies in civil engineering. My undergraduate studies was in civil engineering. I'm from Iran. And I've been working as an MEng student ambassador like since January this year, and I'm a current Unibuddy as well. And my hobbies is like reading, watching movies, and going to the gym. We have the University of Calgary has a really good gym. You get access to lots of active living facilities, as Calvin said. So make sure to take advantage of it when you come here. And next slide, please. So why would you choose an MEng at the University of Calgary? Probably one of the most important things is the competitive tuition fees. If you compare the tuition fees at the University of Calgary with other universities across Canada, it's way cheaper, I would say. For the university of this caliber, it's really good. And the MEng courses are designed for industry. For example, one of the MEng courses that I participated in this winter, it was being taught by people from industry. So project managers from one of the big Canadian companies came to the campus every day, every session, and taught us what are the practices in the industry. So it's not all theoretical. You get hands-on experience from people, and you get exceptional job prospect after graduation. Almost anyone I know from the MEng program, they graduated and got hired almost within 3 months. Two of my students, two of my friends, they were doing project management specialization, and they both got hired in BC. One of my friends finished this summer. He was doing environmental engineering, and he got hired in BC as well as an environmental engineer. And the other thing that you may want to consider when you want to choose your university is the nature. Honestly, Alberta has, I would say, it's the most beautiful place I've ever been to, and you have lots of trails even in the city of Calgary. So you don't need to go out to go to the trails. You can just walk out of your home. There is a huge park here near the campus. It's called Nose Hill Park. So it's like 20-minute walk, and you can be in the nature. The living cost here in Calgary is pretty much cheaper compared to the rest of Canada. You pay less taxes, so you can save more money. And the MEng student body is quite diverse. You get to meet lots of students from different parts of the world. So it's an amazing experience overall. Next slide, please. So I started my MEng as a civil engineering with a specialization in structures and solid mechanics. After my first semester, I switched to the project management. So the MEng program is quite flexible. It's not like once you choose something and you're like locked into it. If you want to switch, you can do that. There are teaching assistant positions available to the MEng students. I was a teacher assistant this winter. And you get GSA support bursaries and university support bursaries. For example, the GSA offers support and emergency bursaries to the current graduate students. So if you are in need of help, you can apply for it. And for example, when we were coming to Canada, we came during the COVID, so we had to go through the quarantine and everything. So GSA paid the cost for the quarantine, which was great. And there are graduate student societies and events you can participate in. For example, almost any nationality here has its own graduate student body, and they all work under supervision of the GSA. So, for example, when you want to attend events that usually are important to your culture, the student bodies would organize them. So it's not like you are here alone. You can get to meet like-minded people, and there are free empowering workshops for students. So Calvin mentioned that in international student services, ISS has lots of workshops on how to rent a house here in Canada, how to open a bank account. I don't know, how to set up your life in Calgary. So make sure to check their website. There's also career services. They offer lots of free workshops about how to write a resume, how to do an interview. So there are great ways that you can use these workshops and improve your skills. So overall, I think being here and a Manchester student at University of Calgary is being like at home. You don't feel like you are here alone. University is always there to help you. So, yep, and feel free to connect with me on Unibody platform. I think they put the link in the chat. So if you have any questions, you can just send me a message there.
Thank you so much, Schulich, for sharing your experience as an MEng student. I think ultimately you have the best perspective to share with the group here today. As Sarush and Cal mentioned, I highly recommend the Unibuddy program. It's a really good way to get to know the University of Calgary better and our MEng program. If you do have any questions after today, I would highly encourage you to reach out, connect with us at meng@ucalgary.ca. Shrikant and the MEng team will be answering your questions there. At this point, we would open it up to any audience questions, and we can answer them live here, any that would be applicable to this group.
There's a question in the Q&A, Ali, if you want to take a look at that. Or is maybe, oh, I see it here. Okay. Oh, I see Secretus answering that one.
Yeah, I can sorry, I can probably, rather than typing, I can just give the answer right here. So when you look at the admissibility parameters, we can find the admissibility parameter in terms of each and every nationality, because every country has their own grid in terms of the GPA calculations. So what we follow here is 3.0 out of 4 as a UCalgary grid. So the equivalency of that is listed in the website of the FGS, where you'll be able to find what exactly is the equivalency from Ghana. Samuel, for a question. And we may not be able to tell you if you're admissible right away, because we need to review your transcript. We need to review the application package that you'll be submitting before we can commit on the admissibility for that matter. So I think that answers the first part of the question. And the second part of the question is, would you consider giving application waiver? So normally we do not consider application waiver unless and until there's a extenuating circumstances, but then you can always try to reach out to us via email and put your request forward, and we can try and see how best we can help you with that.
Yeah, I think to summarize, if you choose to pursue your course-based MEng, Masters of Engineering at the University of Calgary. I think in addition to, world-class education that we can offer, I think as you can see from this presentation, the Schulich School of Engineering, as well as the University of Calgary, have a real focus on supporting our students academically, socially, career and life skills. And what you can gain in your education here is so much more than just what you get in the classroom.